Hey everybody, Nelson from WISA here again. We are now in December, so that means it's getting colder and it's getting a lot harder for roofers to replace or repair roofs during this cold season. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about is, do I need to replace my skylight, and when is a good time to replace my skylight? All right, so stick around and we'll talk a little bit about that. So there's no argument that the best time to replace your skylight is when you're replacing your roof already. That's going to save you a lot of money in the long run, okay? Now, along with the skylights, what you need to replace is the flashing kit. Now, the flashing kit is the flashing that goes around the skylight to help keep water from getting under the skylight and the skylight mounts and all of that. Now, if you choose to reflash your existing skylight, please note that the common practice for roofers to not be held responsible for future skylight leaks. Now, what reflashing means is only taking the flashing off and not replacing the actual skylight itself. So you would be replacing the metal flashing that's around it and just putting some new ones in there. Now, again, it's common practice for the roofer to not be held responsible for this, because we always strongly recommend to replace the skylight when you're getting your roof replaced. A typical skylight on average will last anywhere between 12 to 15 years, but that's not to say that some will last over 20 years. So it's close to the lifespan time of an asphalt roof. All right, now on average, the cost to reflash an existing skylight, again, reflashing means taking just the metals from the side and not replacing the skylight. Something like that would cost anywhere between $250 to $750. Now, the cost to replace the skylight is on average anywhere between $800 and $1,500. So depending on your scenario, it would make most sense to replace the skylight when installing the new roof. Again, saving money in the long run. Another thing you want to know is building materials expand and contract over time. So the contractor will need to partially disassemble the skylight in order to reflash it. This can cause problems with the structure of the skylight itself. Now, if you choose to reflash your existing skylight, please be aware that if you end up replacing your skylight, whether it's 6 months or 6 years from the time that you replace your roof, you will need to replace the entire section of roofing shingles around that skylight. So it'll be essentially paying for the same part 2 times. Again, that's why we recommend replace the skylight and the flashing together when you're replacing your roof as well. Now, like I mentioned before, most of them last about the same time, 15 to 20 years. Asphalt shingles last about 15 to 25 years, depending on the circumstances of the weather around it. All right, everybody, that's it for Skylight Talk today. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully you find that helpful.